I know a lot of you guys wanted me to get into the NBA drastically raising their ticket prices this season. I got all your emails, I got all your DMs on Twitter. I actually saw the story earlier this week when the New York Post initially posted it. Personally, I just didn't find the story to be all that interesting. I understand why a lot of you guys did, but if I can't get interested, if I can't get invested into a topic, I don't feel like I can produce a quality 12 to 15 minutes talking about it. I don't want to give you guys garbage talking about something just for the sake of talking about it. I do appreciate all of you that sent the story my way, but that is the reason right there that I passed on that particular topic. I do, however, have something to share with you that's just beginning to make its way into the mainstream news cycle. Oh, and it's a juicy one. You'll probably hear a lot about this over the next 24 to 48 hours. It's another situation that checks all the woke boxes. White cops, check. Young black women, check. Situation that we can spin into mythical racism, check. Last month, the Delaware State University women's lacrosse team, they were down in Georgia. They played all weekend, I think it was against Stetson. The opponent really doesn't matter. No one gives a fuck about men's lacrosse, much less women's lacrosse. The team bus, they were traveling down I-95 in Georgia, right outside, I think it was right outside Savannah. Now, I've driven through Georgia many times. It is illegal in the state of Georgia for buses, larger vehicles, to use the left-hand lane. In most of your major cities, the left lane is the carpool lane. Traffic is absolutely horrific in Atlanta and other major cities in Georgia. The left lane's reserved for parents with kids or vehicles with 2 or more people in the car who are in a hurry to get somewhere, don't have time to deal with the traffic. It's illegal for buses to use this lane. That's important to remember, since the mainstream media conveniently decided to leave that little nugget of truth out of the story. One of many details, actually, that the media is glossing over when reporting on what happened. Shocker. The team bus, they're driving down I-95 in the left lane, so naturally, they get pulled over. Let me try to explain this situation the best I can from the perspective of a police officer. There is a real epidemic going on right now that the mainstream media just isn't talking about. And that epidemic is human trafficking. Vans, buses, caravans of vehicles, all popular methods used for human trafficking. So if you're a police officer, you have a fucking bus driving down the left lane of the interstate. You don't know what's inside. Cops pull the bus over. They quickly figure out it's filled with college lacrosse players. They explain to the bus driver what's going on. Then a couple of officers, they board the bus to explain to the young women what's about to happen. Now, I want you to watch this video. It was filmed by one of the Delaware State lacrosse players. I want you to watch the video, and you tell me if you can find any racism here. Hell, forget about racism. Tell me if you find any signs of disrespect, any signs of the cops treating these young women less than human. Roll the film.
Why I'm coming on the bus right now is to tell y'all, look, we're gonna check y'all's luggage. Okay? If there is anything in y'all's luggage, we're probably gonna find it. Okay? I'm not looking for a little bit of marijuana, but I'm pretty sure you guys as chaperones are probably gonna be disappointed in you if we find it. You guys are on a lacrosse team, correct?
Yes.
So if there is something in there that is questionable, please tell me now. Because if we find it, guess what? We're not going to be able to help you. If there's nothing, then I'm thankful to make my job a lot easier. We're going to get this done, and we'll have you guys on your way. Okay? You guys have any more questions for me? Have I explained it pretty good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Give us a few minutes, and we'll be on. You guys will be on your way.
The mainstream media is doing what they do best. They are running with this story as another sign of systemic racism against black people. I saw something, I think this was in USA Today. They said these cops knew Delaware State was an HBCU, a majority black college. I talk about this shit every day. I didn't know Delaware State was an HBCU. Hell, I didn't even know Delaware State fucking existed. I know Joe Flacco went to Delaware, but I'd never heard of Delaware State. I wonder if that's where Joe Biden went to college. I know he got his master's degree from Woke U. Joe Biden, he got his graduate degree from Woke U in public speaking, but I wonder if he got his undergrad from Delaware State. Anyway, like I said, the media is spinning this story into another situation of racial discrimination by police officers. Cops hate black people. Let me show you something. Let me show you a picture of the Delaware State women's lacrosse team. I pulled this picture from the fucking school newspaper. Now, I apologize for the quality of the photo, but this is a college newspaper that we're talking about. I don't expect it to be high quality, but look at this picture. Looks like a pretty diverse team to me. Matter of fact, judging by the picture, the team looks almost to be half black and half white. So where's the discrimination here? Were there two team buses, one with black kids, one with white players? I can't imagine a college lacrosse team would need two buses since the average bus holds anywhere from 40 to 80 people. I ask again, where is the discrimination? The bus is filled with white and black players. One of the coaches of the lacrosse team is white. Something the woke media would call diversity. Oh, I just love a situation where I can use diversity. Instant boner. Someone, please get me my hand lotion and a picture of Leah Thomas in a thong. The media is trying to claim that police are in clear violation of the woke commandments because they searched a bus that was filled with black people. This is a clear case of illegal search and seizure. They only searched this bus because the driver was black and the players were black. No, they searched the bus because it's their job. One of the cops even told the team, "We have to do our due diligence. We will have you on your way in no time." I watched a 21-minute video obtained by USA Today of this entire incident. I tried as much as I could to download it, but USA Today, they are terrible about sharing media. They make it impossible to obtain media from their site. But around the 16-minute mark of the video, one of the cops, they find a wrapped gift in the luggage. He walks on the bus, finds the girl that it belongs to. It belonged to a young black lacrosse player. The cop, he asked her what it was. She politely tells him, "I don't know, it's a gift. They told me not to open it until I return to campus. It's a surprise." So the cop, he explains to her that he's got to open the gift. He can't leave it not open. He has to know what's inside. However, he explains to the young woman, he says, "What I'll do, if there's nothing illegal inside, I will rewrap this gift for you. I don't want to fuck up your surprise. I just have to do my job here." Does that sound like fucking discrimination to you? Does that sound like someone who is trying to bust someone's ass because of their skin color? You heard in the video clip that I played you, the cops told them, "We ain't looking for a little bit of weed." They explained to them, "If you have weed on you, let us know so we can help you out. Your coach, they might not like it. If you have anything illegal, let us know now so we can help you out if we can." Does that sound like systemic racism to you? But you won't hear any of that from the mainstream media. No. You won't see the clip making the rounds of the cop offering to rewrap the gift. That doesn't fit the narrative. This incident happened on April 20th, 3 weeks ago. We are living in an era where anything that happens that fits the woke narrative, we know about it immediately. How come it took 3 weeks for this story to make it into the news cycle? 3 weeks. Took 3 weeks for the women's lacrosse team to assume their position and play their roles as victims of mythical racism. Why? If something wrong took place, if this were a true case of systemic racism, do you really think it would take 3 fucking weeks for us to find out about it? Liberty County Sheriff William Bowman, he is currently being crucified by the mainstream media. He is defending the actions of his cops. He's saying they did nothing wrong. They did everything by the book. No one was arrested. No one was hurt. The cops did their job. Everyone went home. Why is there extra vitriol and disdain being aimed towards William Bowman? Because he's a black man pissing on the fake fire of mythical racism that the media is trying to start. But don't worry, no, don't worry. There are plenty of other black men stoking the mythical flames. One of our favorite virgins, Karan Phillips at Deadspin, he produced some great bullshit on this story. At one point, he wanted to focus on the weed. Marijuana is viewed as a remedy if you're white, it's a drug if you're black. Oh, Car, that's one stupid fuck. He conveniently leaves out the part where the cops say they're not looking for weed. NFLPA Director DeMaurice Smith, he was scheduled to give the commencement speech at Delaware State this morning. He said, I had to rewrite my entire speech because I was so overcome with grief, with sadness over this blatant racism. We have an obligation to react to issues of racism. Where's the fucking racism here? Who was arrested? Who was detained? Who was even touched? The cops didn't even make these young women get off the fucking bus. But KC, the emotional trauma they went through, you need to be more sympathetic. They're going to have to pay for therapy the rest of their life to get over this traumatic experience. PTSD. Oh, the PTSD will be so awful. I am as white as Keith Olbermann's face when he sees a naked woman on his computer screen. Oh my God, what are those two things on her chest? Is she supposed to insert those in my ass? In my younger days, I had plenty of run-ins with police officers, been pulled over, detained, arrested, cops busting up house parties, hotel parties, cops pulling us over to search our vehicles just because they could. You know how many times it traumatized me? 0. Matter of fact, many of my run-ins with police went exactly like the Delaware Lacrosse team. They were respectful, we were respectful, everyone went home, or in some cases, we went to jail. It is clear to me, most in the mainstream media didn't take the time to watch the full 21-minute video. Well, you know what? That's not entirely true. I'm sure some, like Karan Phillips, didn't take the time to watch. Car is a busy person who identifies as a man. He has a private tutoring session later tonight with Keith Olbermann. Car is teaching Keith how to properly toss a salad. But most in the media, they probably did watch the full video. They found a couple of clips that fit their narrative, and that's what they're presenting to you. Since I couldn't download the video from USA Today, I'm actually going to include the link in the description below. Around the 16-minute mark is where the cop finds the gift I talked about earlier. If you're interested, you can see what I'm talking about for yourself because the media, they're not going to point it out for you. But let me know what you think. Is this a case of systemic racism or another case of the media inventing mythical racism? Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.